The only reason to be successful is because of spirituality. Anybody that tells you that, like there'll be people, like for example me, how I told you guys I need to quit smoking trees and shit. There will be people, like a stupid sheep will come up to me and tell me you need to quit smoking weed or you need to quit smoking trees. Even though I know I need to quit smoking trees, he's still a fucking idiot to tell me that, because his reason for telling me that has nothing to do with spirituality. His reason for telling me to quit smoking weed is to be successful, to be great, and to make something of my life. That's good and all if the end result is spirituality, if you're becoming successful for spirituality. But if you're just trying to be a better person and be successful, and you don't have no spirituality, you just want to be great in life, then you're a fucking demon. And this is why I said that person's a fucking idiot, because you're pretty much like at that point, if you want to be successful and you want to do it, that's fine. But somebody like me, I don't want to, well, I want to quit weed, but I want to quit it for my spirituality. If I didn't know anything about spirituality, if I wasn't spiritual, then there would be no reason for me to quit weed, because what's the reason? What's the point? Once I came into knowing of spirituality, then that's when my whole mind frame changed. And I'm not saying it's easy, because even still with me knowing spirituality, certain things are hard, but I'm working toward them. So I know if spirituality wasn't in my sphere of reality, if I didn't know about it, it would be extremely hard for me to quit a lot of shit, because there would be no motivating factor, because I fucking hate this reality. The only thing that motivates me is spirituality. And the reason that motivates me is because I don't want to be stuck in the same fucking cycle. That's the only fucking reason. So this is what I'm trying to say. Like, a lot of these people out here, they're fucking demons, and they may tell you something that you may need to hear, but just because it's coming from them doesn't mean that they know what the fuck they're talking about. A lot of people, like there's programs out here. There's programs out here, and there's good programs and bad programs. Bad programs would be people telling you to go smoke or go do something stupid or join a gang. Then there's good programs when people say, oh, you need to quit weed, you need to go and get a job, you need to do this and that. Well, I don't want to say go get a job, because that's fucking retarded, because you can make money without getting a job. But they'll tell you stuff like, oh, you need to quit smoking, quit drinking. And that's good advice and all. I'm not saying it's bad advice, but why are you telling me to quit smoking or quit drinking? Why are you telling me to go out here and go work or something? If you're not spiritual, if you're not talking about what I'm talking about not reincarnating and coming back into and trying to incarnate somewhere, if you're not talking about that, then everything you're telling me is demonic. Because anytime somebody cares about the third dimension and cares about love, family, and all this other shit, but there's no spiritual meaning behind it, they're a fucking demon. They're a devil. I'm not saying you don't supposed to care about and love your family, but it should be behind it. It should be for a spiritual reason. You came here because of spirituality, and that's the reason. And I'm not saying you have to be about spirit. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying, oh, you got to be spiritual and meditate and do this. And I'm not saying that. You could do whatever you want. You can be material and all that. But the thing is, if you're material and you're all that, you can't tell me nothing. And through my perception, you're a fucking idiot. And I look down upon you and you're nothing to me. So that's just through my perception. And I have every right to hold that perception. So I have to just put this shit out there, because a lot of people, you guys gotta understand, like, anything you do in this life, it has to be for a reason. You say you want to be a millionaire. Why the fuck do you want to be a millionaire? Why do you want to be a millionaire? Is there a reason? You just want to like fucking buy a bunch of nice shit and have fun and just get high and fuck bitches? If that's your reason, that's fine and all, but don't complain when don't complain to anyone when nobody's giving you money or you feel restricted. Oh, why is the government making it hard to be rich? Bitch, the only reason you want to be rich is to get money and just to fuck bitches and get high. Bitch, if that's the case, then you have every right to do that, but go make the money yourself. Go get the hustle yourself. Do it. Nobody has every right to help you with that shit. Somebody who's spiritual, on the other hand, who has a spiritual meaning and purpose, they're still not going to get help, but I respect them more, and they deserve help, and I'll help somebody that like that more, who has a meaning and a purpose, than some fucking idiot who just wants to get money just to spend it and shit. Fucking retard. I hate stupid fucking ignorant people who are third dimensional and all they think about is this third dimension and things like that. Anybody that's telling you, like, yeah, it's just crazy. I was gonna mention this video, but I don't want to like, I don't want to give people energy, so I'm just not gonna even say that. But this shit just crossed my mind, because I'm like sitting here, like this is like my second day of me not smoking, and the first day was hard. This day's a little better. After probably like 4 or 5 days, it's gonna be it's gonna be a cakewalk because I quit before. But like I just was thinking, like when I'm sitting here thinking and without weed in my system and in my mind, I'm like looking at my life like, okay, like everything I do from this point on is for spirituality. When I was smoking, it was still for spirituality, but I kind of wanted to get high. But now, since I'm not high, I'm looking at my life like there's nothing to do in my life but be successful and be spiritual. And when I say successful, I'm talking about being spiritual, because once you're spiritual, then everything comes to you. Fuck going to get a job, fuck all that stupid money and trying to get this together, I need to pay rent, fuck all that dumbass shit. Be spiritual and everything's gonna come to you. I'm not saying you don't do any of those things, but you put spirituality first. And I'm like sitting here thinking like I have nothing else to do but be great and be spiritual. Because I noticed a lot of things that I like to do, it was because I was high. I watch a movie. I can't watch a movie now. I just realized the only reason I was able to watch a movie, and when I say a movie, I'm talking about any movie. The only reason I was watching a movie is because I was high, but I was so high for so long, I didn't know that. You guys see what I'm saying? The only exception where I can do things where I couldn't done before is if I go like on a 20, 30 day fast, or probably not that high, but probably like, I'll say 10 plus. Once I get to that day, I'm in such a clear, blissed out mindset, then I can stare at a wall and be entertained. But that takes like, I have to get to that level, which I will get there, and I'm going to show you niggas that. But because once I get to those days, like 15 days, I can stare at a wall all fucking day and be entertained. Like literally, like I can get to that mindset. But then the universe, it knows I have that power to do that, so it purposely makes it where I can't do that because it wants me to complete shit. So it makes a lot of sense, so I understand it. But like I'm just starting to hit these realizations, like ain't shit in life mean anything other than that being great. And because like my problem in life was I always seen money as like, every time I seen money, I always thought to go get high or to go get something to eat. That was throughout my whole life up until I say 2022, 2021, around that time, 2021, 2022, that's when it really started to hit me like that's not really it's about. And now that I quit weed, it's like I can't, because all the food that I used to eat, I can't eat no more. So I already been not eating and doing my fast and shit. You guys already know. But then I just quit smoking. So it's like at this point, I have really nothing to spend my money on other than like if I save up for a nicer car or go get a big ass house. Other than that, there's nothing for me to spend my money on. So this is why I'm investing into my stocks and crypto. See this bum ass stupid fucking garbage bitch ass nigga? Why the fuck you gotta sit there and fucking play with the garbage can when I'm making a YouTube video? You see how you gotta play with the garbage can when I'm making a motherfucking YouTube video? This is the shit that I'm fucking like, it's so damn annoying. This loud ass shit. This motherfucking garbage man comes like 3 times a fucking week. Like, it's crazy. To this one, the last place I was at, they came once a week. And that was good enough. I don't know what the fuck these motherfuckers come. He came yesterday. What the fuck they come again today? But anyways, guys, like, this shit's fucking crazy. Like, you guys gotta understand that. Like, this life ain't shit, really, nigga. And when I say this life ain't shit, I'm not saying that, like, some people look at it like, oh, don't do anything and this life is demonic and all that. You have a reason. You have a purpose. So you want to fulfill that purpose. Never forget your purpose. Once you start forgetting your purpose and you don't be on your purpose, then you'll start seeing how life is worse than what it is. And it is. I'm not saying it isn't bad, but it's going to even get worse. So this is why you want to just stay on your purpose and do your thing. And once you stay on your purpose, then that's the meaning. That's the fulfillment. Because I was looking for fulfillment in food, money, and all this shit, drugs, and all this shit. And the thing is, what that does is it does bring you fulfillment, but eventually the universe creates a situation where it doesn't bring you fulfillment anymore. And I'm not saying it like some people, it will take it away where you can't afford it, or you can't get it no more. But for my case, most of the time the universe makes it where I can get it all I want, but I can't enjoy it, or it's like it doesn't make me feel the same no more. Like it's some spiritual shit with my mind. Like I go to a fucking store and I'll find like a food that I like, and I'll like it and I'll be eating it because like when I have something I'm a favorite of, I overindulge in it. So like how I used to I used to be a glutton. Like I used to eat and just eat and eat. Even if I was full, I used to eat. There was even a time I had to make myself throw up because I was eating too much and I was smoking. So like I'm a glutton and I abuse shit. And this is what sex, this is what food, this is what getting high. I always overindulge, and that's one of my issues. And when I overindulge to a point where I don't like the thing no more. And then the universe will cut me off. That's why, like, you guys see me, I don't eat and consume. And a lot of the reasons I don't eat and consume in this life is because of this that blood infection I had through my tooth decay and me having to heal, and the universe pretty much making me not like shit because I abused it too much and I overindulged, because I will overindulge like crazy, like to the point where it's like really not healthy for me. Even when it came to like females, I was fucking like all types of bitches, like fat bitches, skinny bitches and shit. Not obviously overage and shit, but like I was fucking like, it didn't matter how the fuck they look. Like they could be fine as fuck, they could be like kind of fat, ugly, it didn't matter. I just like, I didn't give a fuck, because like me, I have a lot of Aquarius, so it's hard for me to build up an emotional connection to like females and women and stuff. I'm not saying I don't like respect them or nothing, I do, but like in terms of romance and intimacy, it's hard. It's hard for me to be intimate and I've never like been intimate or fell in love or anything. Like I don't know what that feels like. I love my parents, I love my animals, but falling in, like, it's hard for me to love somebody, to find, it's hard for me to think about having sex with somebody and then you love them. Like that's something hard for me to kind of like fathom. So that's something I'm still working on. That's healing that I need to do. And then, or maybe that's just my personality, I don't know, but these are things that I'm focusing on, trying to heal myself. But like me not smoking weed has really made me realize a lot of shit. Like I fucking hate this goddamn reality, and like the only thing left for me is just to be great and be successful, like, and that's it. Because like there's nothing really entertains me really. Like when I look at it, the only reason I wanted to live life was to just get high and eat. That was my thing. And then last 3 years, I probably say the last 3-4 years, that realization has hit me. Well, that's not what life's about. So now it's like, this is why I'm so spiritual. And when you guys talk about, how do you know all this? Why are you going so hard at your spiritual? You're so passionate. It's because I have nothing else. The things I thought life was about, eating and having sex and getting high off, and just getting high and feeling good, the things I thought life was about, the universe has tore down that perception in my mind on what it is. It pretty much destroyed that shit. So I can't go to that comfort zone no more and hold on to that. So I'm forced to be great right now. And then the problem with that, this is why, like, you guys may see me act out and lash out and do crazy shit, because since I can't go to that, I get upset sometimes and I may lash out and make somebody else's life miserable. And like that, because like these things I have to focus and fix for myself. So I just wanted to make this video because like I fucking hate this realm of reality so goddamn much. Like I fucking hate it, man. I fucking hate this realm. Anybody tell you there's a problem with hating this realm is a fucking idiot. You know, there's a problem with hating this realm. You shouldn't hate this. Man, shut your stupid bitch ass up, nigga. You haven't been through what I've been through. You haven't seen that shit I've seen. You haven't fucking. Everybody's different. Like I seen this comment on this fucking YouTube channel. Or not YouTube, it was on one of these social media sites, and some stupid bitch on here talk about, oh, I had stage 4 cancer, and what the fuck this bitch say? I got stage 4 cancer, and I didn't take disability, even though they qualified me for it. I still went to work. Bitch, who gives a fuck if you could have qualified for disability and you didn't take it? That's your choice. Who cares? That's you. That's your loss. But the fact that you want to make fun of somebody else for taking disability because they have an illness, you're fucking retarded. I don't give a fuck if you got cancer, bitch. Even if you had cancer and somebody had a cold or they got fucking a paper cut, you still have no right to tell somebody how their pain should feel. Why don't you just mind your fucking business? Because if somebody qualifies for disability, that means the state says they can get the money. And if they choose to get the money, you have no right to be bitter towards them because they didn't make your decision, you stupid dumbass bitch. And I'm not hating on the bitch because she has cancer or whatever. This has nothing to do with that. This bitch was pretty much trying to talk down on somebody else who had a disease just like her for getting disability, and she did it. That's fucking dumb. If you don't want to get disability, you have every right. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to get it. That's you. You're the only one who's gonna. That's your loss. It's like the money you make ain't the money I make. So if you don't get it, who cares? But don't tell somebody else or make somebody else feel bad to get disability when they need it. Fucking dumbass bitch. And hell, if I could get disability and scam the system and I'm healthy, I would still do it. The fuck? What is it your business, bitch? It ain't your business, because if that were the case, your ass will never know. So it ain't your business. That's why people get disability every day and they're not even sick. And you got these stupid niggas out here talking about, oh, that disability, that's my taxes that you're spending. Bitch, it's not your taxes. If you think any of this shit out here is your taxes, you're a fucking idiot. You're a stupid ass. Let's just use our mind for a second. As powerful as the government is, they were powerful enough to get people to believe the bullshit that they believe, and the power enough to create a system of money and print paper that you think is your lifeline. So if they're able to do that, why in the fuck do you think they need your little money? They may tell you got to pay taxes for the roads, but that could be a lie, dumbass. But yet people don't think like that. Like people are so egotistical. They think that their little shitty fucking $80,000 a year job that they fucking commute 3 hours every day to work every day back and forth is so important, that their little check from that shitty ass job is so important that the government needs to take it and collect it. And bitch, that's just to keep you in line. That's what that's for, to keep your stupid ass in line, bitch. That is nothing else but to keep your stupid ass in line. To make sure you're stressed out, to make sure you have something to do, to make sure you're busy, and to make sure you're constructing Babylon so the system can keep going. Because the moment you stop constructing Babylon and nobody's working, then their system's not being built. And since they don't like that, they're gonna cut the resources from civilization because you're not helping them build the system. It's not like resources stop because there's no money and shit. No, they don't want to keep it going like that. You seen AI? Every single fucking job that you can think of, AI can take, including an actor, including a musician, including anybody. If anything, AI is gonna do all that shit way better. Watch in a few years, you're gonna see AI make music that's gonna be way better than Drake. That's why Drake's stupid faggot ass, that fucking bitch ass. I hate all these celebrities. That's why that bitch ass nigga Drake got hella mad. He's like, oh, tell them to take my AI computer thing down. The only reason I can understand that is if somebody's making some fake ass allegations and they're using your voice and your image or whatever. But the AI was making music, and to be honest, the song that the AI made for Drake was way better than any song fucking Drake made. The flow, the lyricism, and just the vibe, the beat. It was way better than any fucking Drake song that I motherfucking heard, and it was by a computer. So in my opinion, I'm like, if they actually make AI make music and not the celebrity, I'll actually listen to some of the music, to be honest. It'll sound motherfucking better. And I'm not saying AI is good at all, or I'm not saying it's good, or I'm not saying it's bad. There's some bad shit to it and there's some good shit to it at the end of the day. But I don't really want to get into that right now. I just have to say that because I've been seeing a lot of bullshit. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna end this video. This thought I want to share this insight with you guys. Yeah, and we're going into Gemini season in the next couple days. The Sunday we're going into Gemini season. So yeah, I don't like Gemini season's all right for me. It squares my sun just like Sagittarius squares my sun. But the thing is with Gemini, I have like 4 planets in Aquarius. I have a lot of planets in Aquarius, so it balances out that Gemini. So when the sun gets into Gemini, it's more opportunities for me because I have a lot of Aquarius and it trines that Gemini sun. So it's good from that. That's why Gemini hasn't been an issue for me, even though it squares my sun. Sagittarius, on the other hand, I despise a Sagittarius. I do not like a Sagittarius. Like, if you're a Sagittarius and you watch my channel, I'm not gonna say I don't like you, because if you watch my channel, you're a Sag, I'll give you a chance. But if you're against anything I say and I see that you're a Sag, I'll probably be your worst enemy. So, and I'm not like I'm gonna go out and try to fucking sabotage you. I'm gonna look at you as a fucking enemy, because I don't like that energy. So, and I'm gonna tell you guys I don't like, because I don't get along with Sag. Remember that faggot ass nigga from Australia, the dude who says he's a herbalist healer. He said he's a herbalist healer, but he can't even heal an infection in his mouth. This nigga said in one of his videos he has a tooth infection on the left side of his body. This nigga opened up his mouth, he had fucking retainers and his teeth were rotten. He showed you. I seen this on his fucking videos. If you go back probably a year ago, and it's there. This nigga said he's a herbalist, yet he can't even heal his own teeth. Even to this day, this nigga, like, he even says, like, it shit's crazy. And like, he says he's a herbalist, a shaman shielder. That nigga's a Sagittarius. That nigga's a fucking goofball. And even before, like, even when we were having beef back in my old No Fake channel, I didn't even know he was a Sag, but when I seen his energy, he tried to be on my channel trying to be cool with me and everything, and then I didn't respond to that nigga. I didn't say anything negative, but I just never respond, and I just whatever. And then I made a video and he didn't like it, and then he responded with some bullshit, and that's when I started fucking just carrying his ass from that day. So that nigga was a Sag. So I don't like that Sag energy. I hate Sag energy. I do not like it. It's the worst fucking zodiac sign from my perspective. I'm not gonna say for everyone, because you have a different natal chart. You may have a natal chart where Sag isn't an issue to you. Like me, Sag and Pisces are my worst enemy. I hate Sag and I hate Pisces. Even though I am a Pisces, I don't like Pisces. Because people think, because you can have two Geminis in the same room and they're cool. You can have two Sagittarius, they may be cool. Two any sign, they'd be cool, but two Pisces is different, because Pisces rules illusions and dreams. Because you have two Pisces that are completely different, but they're the same. You can't really have that with any other zodiac. It's harder. Like, even though they're gonna be different, it's always the same foundation, especially earth signs. But when it comes to fucking Pisces, they could be two Pisces, but they seem completely different because of the illusion, the dream, and the mentality and the spirituality behind it. So the energy. So that's why I don't get along with Pisces either. I get along with Virgos the most, and Virgos is probably why I get along the most. Virgos and Scorpios. But I hate Pisces and I hate Sag, even though I am a Pisces. And like, I think it's because I got an ascendant in Virgo. That's another reason. It is opposite my Pisces. So when I beat other Pisces, it's my Aries moon. Because my Aries moon, I don't know why I'm making this on astrology, but I'm just trying to teach you guys astrology, because astrology actually, it matters. Everybody in your life that you are cool with, even your worst enemies, like your worst people you hate, try to get a hold of their astrology chart, and you're gonna see shit in their chart that's gonna square and in conjunct you. Like, you may go up and see somebody you don't fucking like, and you don't know why you don't like them. If you look at the astrology, then you're gonna see a bunch of squares and conjunctions. Because if you got a lot, let's just say you have a sun in Gemini, or you have a sun in Taurus, Aquarius squares Taurus, and Leo squares Taurus. So if you have somebody with a lot of Leo and Aquarius, and then they may have a fucking a Virgo in their chart, which in conjuncts Aquarius, then it's gonna be that's gonna manifest as that person, when he goes around that other person with the negative energy or the in conjunctions, you're gonna see things are just gonna manifest. Like, he may have a face that looks like you don't like. Like, you see somebody with a certain face and they just look like a fucking idiot. You just want to punch them in the face. Or they have a voice you don't like. Some of the times it could be the energy, but sometimes it's the astrology. So your astrology, you're perceiving it as you don't like it, but then somebody else may have an astrology where it has positive placements to them. So when they look at that person, they don't see that dickhead like you see as a dickhead. They see it differently, because the astrology plays out how you look, plays out how you talk. This is why you see some people just like they sound like shit. Like, you just hate the way they sound, or you hate because they may have a Mercury in a placement that in conjunction squares your moon, because your moon's your emotion. So if it's not in a positive harmony, they may, when you conversate with them, it's just like you don't like them. So this shit gets deep in astrology. But I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna end this video, guys.